Imagine this, you're a young woman, far from home, checking into a notorious hotel in the heart of Los Angeles. The kind of place with a history that whispers of death and darkness. One moment, you're pressing buttons in an elevator. The next, you're gone. Not just missing, found in a place no one should ever be. This is the story of Elisa Lam. A vibrant 21-year-old Canadian student whose final moments were captured on chilling surveillance video that exploded across the internet. Her death wasn't just a tragedy, it became a global obsession. Viral footage, mysterious circumstances, theories that still haunt us today. Why does this case grip us so tightly? The elevator video that feels like a nightmare you can't wake from. The haunted halls of the Cecil Hotel, internet sleuths turning detectives overnight. And the psychological unraveling that blurs the line between reality and something far more sinister. Buckle in. This one gets under your skin. Elisa Lam was born on April 30, 1991, in Vancouver, British Columbia. To her family and friends, she was a bright, creative soul with a passion for writing, fashion, and exploring the world. She blogged openly about her struggles with mental health, including bipolar disorder and depression. She was studying at the University of British Columbia and had dreams of becoming a writer or working in the creative field. She documented her life with honesty and humor on Tumblr under the username Nouvelle Nouveau. Posts about books, outfits, and daily thoughts painted a picture of a young woman full of life, despite her challenges. She took medication, bupropion, lamotrigine, quetiapine, and others, but like many with bipolar disorder, adherence could be inconsistent. Her family kept much of her condition private, but those close to her knew the battles she faced. In January 2013, Elisa embarked on a solo trip across the United States. It was meant to be an adventure, a chance to see new places, clear her mind, and recharge. She traveled by train, posting updates along the way. On January 26, she checked into the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, also operating as Stay on Main at the time. She was assigned a shared room on the 5th floor initially, later moving to a private one. The Cecil Hotel. Just saying the name sends a shiver down the spine. Opened in 1927 as a glamorous destination for business travelers and tourists, it quickly fell into notoriety. Located near Skid Row, it became a magnet for the desperate, the criminal, and the lost. Serial killers like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, stayed there. Multiple suicides, at least a dozen in its early decades. Murders, unexplained deaths. A place where the walls seemed soaked in sorrow. Elisa seemed excited at first. She visited bookstores, took photos, and interacted with staff. But something shifted. Her behavior reportedly became erratic. She complained about bedbugs or issues with her room. On January 31, she was last seen alive. Then came the video. The one that launched a million theories. On February 13, 2013, after Elisa had been missing for nearly 2 weeks, the LAPD released surveillance footage from the hotel elevator. It was her last known sighting. The clip, about 2 minutes and 30 seconds long, shows a slim young woman in a red hoodie, black shorts, and sandals. Her dark hair is pulled back. She enters the elevator alone, or so it seems. She presses multiple buttons frantically, almost every floor. The doors don't close properly. She leans out into the hallway, peering left and right, as if checking for someone following her. Her movements are jerky, suspicious. She steps back in, presses more buttons. At one point, she hides in the corner of the elevator, flattening herself against the wall like she's evading an unseen pursuer. She exits again into the hallway, gesturing wildly with her hands, waving, pointing, almost like she's arguing or signaling to someone off camera. Her expressions shift rapidly: confusion, fear, playfulness. The elevator doors remain open unnaturally long. She moves in and out, her body language intense and erratic. Finally, she walks away down the hall, and the footage ends. The internet lost its mind. The video went viral instantly, millions of views on YouTube, Youku, and forums. People slowed it down, analyzed every frame, zoomed in on shadows. Was someone just out of view? Why didn't the doors close? Was the timestamp altered? It looked like a horror movie scene, not real life. Let's dissect it moment by moment, because this footage is the heart of why this case fascinates and terrifies. At the start, Elisa enters casually enough. But her button pressing is chaotic, not the behavior of someone heading to a specific floor. She seems agitated. She pokes her head out repeatedly, scanning the empty-looking hallway with wide eyes. Then the hiding, pressing against the wall, almost childlike in her attempt to become invisible. Her hand gestures in the hallway, some say they look like she's performing a ritual or playing a game, like the rumored elevator game, from Korean urban legends where specific button sequences open portals to other dimensions. Others saw pure paranoia. A psychotic break. Her movements don't sync with normal fear, they're disorganized, almost dissociative. The fact that the elevator behaves strangely, doors not closing, fueled suspicions of tampering or supernatural interference. But experts later pointed to old, faulty hotel equipment. This video didn't just spark curiosity. It exploded into a worldwide phenomenon. Reddit threads, YouTube breakdowns, Chinese social media frenzy. Amateur detectives pored over her Tumblr posts for clues. Some claimed she was communicating in code. Others insisted the video was edited. The mystery of Elisa Lam became one of the first major, internet sleuth, cases, predating many true crime booms. Meanwhile, back at the Cecil, guests were complaining. The water pressure was low. The tap water had an odd color and smell, some said it tasted strange. On February 19, 2013, a maintenance worker climbed to the roof to inspect the 4 large water tanks. He opened one, and made a horrific discovery. Inside the tank, floating naked in the water, was Elisa Lam's body. She had been there for about 19 days. The tank was roughly 4 feet by 8 feet, with a heavy lid. How did she get inside? The roof access was supposedly secured, with alarms that didn't trigger. No clear signs of forced entry. The autopsy, performed on February 21 and finalized later, ruled her death an accidental drowning. Bipolar disorder was listed as a significant contributing factor. Toxicology showed no illegal drugs or alcohol, but her prescribed medications were at low levels, suggesting she may not have been taking them consistently. No major trauma, no sexual assault evidence, no defensive wounds. But the circumstances? Deeply suspicious. How does a young woman climb onto a roof, open a heavy tank lid, strip naked, get inside, and drown, especially after that elevator behavior? Elisa's mental health is central. Bipolar disorder can cause severe manic episodes with psychosis, hallucinations, paranoia, disorganized thinking. Family confirmed she had episodes where she'd hide under beds during hallucinations. Not taking meds could trigger this. The elevator video aligns with such a break, hyperactive, fearful, detached from reality. She might have wandered to the roof in a delusional state, seeking escape or following voices. The water tank could have seemed like a hiding spot or pool. Accidental drowning fits the official narrative. But investigators faced criticism. The hotel's dark history, suicides, Ramirez staying there in the 80s, even a tuberculosis outbreak later linked eerily to her name in testing, added fuel. Some pointed to possible foul play, hotel staff, other guests, or someone exploiting her vulnerability. The LAPD's handling, the delayed video release, blurred timestamps, all raised eyebrows. Elisa Lam checked into the Cecil Hotel seeking adventure. She left behind a mystery that continues to captivate and disturb. The elevator footage remains a window into something profoundly human, and terrifyingly unknowable. Was it mental illness claiming another victim in a cursed place? Or something more sinister lurking in those shadows? The theories rage on. The footage haunts our screens. And in the end, a young woman's life ended too soon, her story etched into internet lore forever. What do you believe? The truth, like that elevator, may never fully close.